The old antique shop was my weakness, a treasure trove of forgotten things. That's where I first saw her. A porcelain doll nestled amongst dusty relics, her painted blue eyes staring into nothing. Her name, scrawled on a faded tag, was Seraphina. The shopkeeper, a man with eyes as old as his wares, gave me a strange look. He said she'd been there for decades, and that some claimed she was unsettled. I just laughed it off as an old man's tale and brought her home. For the first few weeks, Seraphina was just a beautiful, silent fixture on my mantelpiece, an exquisite piece of art from a bygone era. Then the nights began to change. It started subtly, a floorboard creaking in an empty hallway, a shadow flickering at the edge of my vision. I blamed it on my old house, my tired mind. But then came the music. It was a lullaby, faint and ethereal, like a music box winding down. It always started around midnight. At first I searched the house, convinced I'd left a radio on or my phone was playing something. But the sound was elusive, seeming to come from everywhere and nowhere at once. The melody was beautiful, but held an undercurrent of profound sadness that chilled me to the bone. It was a song of loss, a lament that echoed through the silent house. One night, driven by a mix of fear and curiosity, I decided to find the source. As the clock struck 12, the familiar, haunting tune began its nightly performance. I crept out of my room, my heart pounding against my ribs. The music seemed to pull me, a spectral thread leading me through the darkened corridors. It grew louder, clearer, as I approached the living room. The air grew heavy, cold, and the melody was no longer just in my ears. It was inside my head, a sorrowful whisper. I stood frozen in the doorway. The living room was bathed in an eerie moonlight filtering through the window. And there, on the mantelpiece, was Seraphina. Her porcelain head was tilted slightly, her painted eyes seeming to follow my every move. The lullaby wasn't coming from a music box. It was coming from her. Her little painted lips were parted, and the ghostly tune flowed out, filling the room with its heart-wrenching sorrow. I watched, paralyzed, as a single tear-like drop of dark liquid trickled from one of her glass eyes, tracing a path down her flawless porcelain cheek. The melody swelled, and with it came images, visions flooding my mind. A little girl in a Victorian dress, clutching the doll. A fire, smoke, and screams. The girl's desperate cries for her mother, her small hands holding Seraphina tight as the world burned around her. The doll was not just singing a song. She was replaying a memory, a final tragic moment frozen in time. The lullaby was the one the girl's mother used to sing to her. It was an echo of a life cut short, a spirit bound to the one thing she loved most. The music faded as the last vision dissipated, leaving me breathless and trembling in the silent room. The dark tear on Seraphine's face had dried, leaving a faint stain. Understood then. The shopkeeper wasn't telling tales. I wasn't living with a haunted doll. I was living with the ghost of a lonely child, forever singing her midnight song, searching for the comfort she lost in the flames. I never moved Seraphina from the mantelpiece. Some nights, when the world is quiet, I still hear her. The sad, beautiful lullaby no longer scares me. It's a reminder, a tragic echo of the past. But I've started noticing new things. Sometimes when I pass the living room late at night, I see her. Not on the mantelpiece, but sitting in the small rocking chair by the fireplace, swaying gently as she sings. I never close the door. I just listen, a silent audience to her nightly recital. I wonder if she knows I'm here, or if she'll ever stop singing. The truth is, I don't think I want her to. But I've started leaving the lights on, 'cause in the deepest dark, I'm starting to hear another voice, a faint whisper, trying to sing along.